Walk up to people and introduce yourself. Don't be scared to just kind of walk up to people. White House Correspondents' Dinner weekend is a really big weekend here in DC. Maha and I, when we first started our company, hustled our way onto every single list and every single event. And here we were mixing and mingling with Colin Powell and Eva Longoria. And at that moment, we realized we needed to be talking to everyone in that room.
Hello, beautiful people. It might be rainy, but I'm super excited for today because I get to introduce you to the ladies of Moki Media, Dannia and Maha. Hakki. They are the queen bees of PR in hospitality, in events, and we're so excited to have them as presenters for the Unite and Conquer seminar. So let's go for a walk with the ladies of Moki Media. What's going on, everybody? I'm so excited to be here with you all today because I'm surrounded with two lovely ladies that are full of passion and work ethic and personality. And a lot of you in the DMV area probably already know them, but for those who don't, hopefully this is a great introduction to the lovely ladies of Moki Media. And we have here Dannia and Maha. Hakki.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for thinking of us. Good.
And your beautiful boutique style shop in the heart of Georgetown. But before we get to work, let's just go really back in the day and kind of give your story of your background, your childhood, and your relationship and all that stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm Dannia. I'm the founder of Moki Media, and I am a born and raised Washingtonian. Georgetown Day School, the Field School, GW, where we crossed paths here and there eventually. And then I moved to New York for a year and a half and worked at a boutique celebrity fashion entertainment PR firm in New York City for about a year and a half, and then came back here and started my firm. So we're about 10 years old now, a little bit over 10 years old, and I plucked Maha out of George Mason as my first ever intern.
First intern.
And then first employee, and we've been running this shop together, and now she's partner and co-owner. So we've been running this thing together for about 10 plus years now.
Yes,
What a wonderful relationship it's been. Tell us more about your background.
Yeah, so I also born and raised Washingtonian in the area. I went to McLean High School and then went to George Mason. It was really fun to be in college while my older sister cousin was starting her firm because me and all of my friends got to reap the benefits of Moki Media from the early on days. And so, as Dannia said, I was still in school, kind of interning with her, learning a little bit more about PR, and I was still trying to understand, which direction I wanted to go after I graduated. And literally a month into my internship at Moki, I knew I didn't have to look any further, and I graduated in May of 2012, and I had maybe a 3-week vacation, and then I started working right away. And I literally haven't stopped since.
You're still waiting for that vacation.
Her graduation was the best day of my life. I got her full time.
It's like immediately, I'm gonna scoop her up.
There was no option. But I really wouldn't have looked any different, so I loved it.
She also happens to be my cousin, so it works out really well that I get to have someone in
Cousin transitioning into sisterhood day by day, closer and closer.
We don't have sisters, we are sisters. So.
Our dads are brothers.
We have the same last name, we confuse everyone all over, and I love it.
Hey, if they don't know, it's okay. Let's just keep on winging it.
It's a big secret that we're cousins. It's actually part of our branding.
I'm sorry for ruining it for you all now,
Let people think we're sisters, because, but it's fine.
Like, how do you guys distinguish the separate roles that the two of you have?
That's a good question.
Maha's the day-to-day contact with the client.
The nurturer.
Yes, she's the...
You look like a major nurturer.
She is a nurturer, and she is a hustler. And she also does a lot of management of the staff. She does a lot of our ops and a lot of the, client management. And I get to go out there and just bring in the business and kick it to the team. And then we also divide and conquer as far as the clients that we are running. So there are clients that I lead, and there are clients that she leads, and most of the time it kind of works out really well.
Very complimentary. The yin to the yang.
Yeah.
Love it. So divide and conquer, we're going to be uniting and conquering.
Yeah.
And I want to unite with our friends at Peacock Cafe.
Yeah.
And so I think it's time for a little drink, a little food, and let's go for a little walk, huh?
I love it.
All right, cool. right, so we're taking the little stroll from Moki Media headquarters down to one of our favorite spots, Peacock Cafe. We love to see them flourish, and they're also one of your clients. So obviously your entire office is filled with some badass women. Why don't you guys touch on the awesomeness of being able to have this collective unit together and working with all these lovely ladies?
Yeah.
I think PR in general is a very female-dominated industry. I mean, I think there's a big service angle and a lot of, customer service and making sure that the client's always happy, and just, between the fashion and the beauty, and, I think that there is a lot of female interest, in the world of PR. So we've been lucky enough to have an all-female team for a few years now. Now, that's not to say that we've never had men work for us. We have, but I just think generally PR is more of a female-dominated industry, and it's really fun. I mean, we get ready for our events together.
And it's funny because neither of us were in sororities when we were in school.
So you made your own.
It feels like we started our own sorority. It feels really wonderful knowing that every girl we train, whether she's 21, 22, 23, 24, is going to take the kind of, honestly, the New York style hustle that we bring to the table as a boutique firm, because that was my training in New York.
Right.
And it's kind of how I train them all now. So I know it's almost like we're creating a little boot camp for DC publicists to kind of grow and flourish the same way and with the same hustle that New York publicists have. Seeing these girls grow and hustle the way we hustle has been one of the highlights of my career so far.
And what I love is the fact that you've had the same nucleus of ladies all these years. I feel like nothing has changed the last few years. That shows just how much they love working with you both, and it's just such a great environment that you must have created.
Yeah.
How about challenges? Has there been any challenges for being an all-woman group primarily that you can think of?
I think that not only for female-owned businesses, but just female business women in general, I think it's important to stand your ground. You know what I mean?
Or walk away.
Exactly.
Be firm or walk away.
And I think that going into, a tough situation, whether that's a client that's not paying your retainer on time, or, a client who wants to freeze and then just decide that when they want to re-engage with you without.
Or a client that's over asking.
Right.
We have some clients that just nothing is ever enough, and they want more and more and more because they become a little bit addicted to us and the service we're providing. And to be honest, addicted to the fame. Yeah. Ultimately, our job is to make people famous. Yeah. And whether it's in a local small town like DC or on a national platform, that's what we do. So people will try and haggle us and bring us down and say, hey, this was all great, but what can I get a la carte? Or what can I get for this? And we've had to just say, we've had to say goodbye.
I believe in firing clients.
Oh yeah, we do it a lot.
Well, because you guys have shown your worth and value, and in this business you have to attract clients that they respect and value that work, So speaking of which, the 5 are brothers, Without any further ado, let's go inside.
Hello, everybody. Great to see you.
Great to see you
Welcome.
as well, my friend.
What a great combination. What a fantastic group of people.
It's our pleasure. It's our pleasure.
Peacock, well, I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you. So right here, okay.
I heard that you were treating us to lunch today, and I wanted you to know that this is where I go to get a French kiss. So.
Okay. We're talking about the drinks still, right? Okay, all right, cool. Sorry. Caught me off guard here. See, you guys already have a 2-on-1 advantage over here.
A little touch of pink.
I'm a little shy. My mom's watching. You know what I mean?
My mom.
You got a little too excited there
We've
for a
known each other
second.
many years.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it's really good. It's
I'm
similar to
now-
a Key Royale.
Yeah.
A dash of Chambord
Okay.
for a little touch of pink.
Definitely.
And then there's a raspberry on top. We may know this
sure know
place
how to
very well.
describe
We've
this
been here
drink.
once or twice.
Well, first of all, cheers, because I got to get this kiss in. Sorry.
Thanks for the kiss.
PG kiss.
Wow, haven't had action like that in a long time. Great stuff.
Isn't it good though?
Yeah, no, it's actually very delicious. So, yeah, but I mean, like, one of the main reasons why I put on this seminar was because there's a shortage of this type of support for small business owners in general. I was like, man, our people need help. Like imagine 10 years ago when you were starting, how you would have loved to have more mentorship, more support, more networking.
It's not just coming to see the panelists, because of course everyone should come to see us, but it's also networking with each other. When Maha and I first started this company, we went to so many of the events like this. And I have to say, a lot of our success, we have 37 clients, we have a team of 10, thank you. And a lot of it is because we went to everything, anything like this, where there was an opportunity for mentorship. Also, you might get an internship out of this. You might get a client out of this, and you might meet each other. The attendees at this thing all are like-minded individuals who are gonna get to know each other and cross-promote and work with each other. So don't even just go for the panelists like us and Scott Parker and you. Also go for each other.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like small business owners in general, we just don't support each other enough. And I don't think it's because they don't want to, it's because opportunities like Unite and Conquer don't exist. What are some of the things that the attendees can expect to hear from you guys? What are some of the life lessons and work lessons that you guys plan on sharing? Give us a little tidbit right now.
Over-servicing your client and working really hard is kind of one of the biggest lessons that I want to talk about. I also want to talk about simple things like never leave your house without your business cards. I don't care if you're going to 7-Eleven to get some Tabasco sauce, which I just did earlier today, or if you are literally going to Equinox to work out, or if you're going to a workout, whatever it is, bring your business cards everywhere because you don't know who you're going to meet. Walk up to people and introduce yourself. Don't be scared to just kind of walk up to people. White House Correspondents' Dinner weekend is a really big weekend here in DC. Maha and I, when we first started our company, hustled our way onto every single list and every single event. And here we were mixing and mingling with Colin Powell and Eva Longoria. And at that moment, we realized we needed to be talking to everyone in that room. Get to know everyone in the room.
French kiss Eva Longoria.
Yeah, I mean,
complete side.
I've heard she's a huge champagne fan.
I'd like to send one for her on my behalf.
So I think there's a lot of small things people don't think about. Is getting out of your comfort zone, introducing yourself, bringing good energy to the table, over servicing your clients. There's just a lot of tips that I think that we'll all talk about at the conference, from your industry to our industry. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So ladies, thank you so much for making time, and I love it how during this lunch you have some good news too.
Yeah.
Great news.
Share it with the world.
We just signed Rent-A-Runway. We're very excited.
Really awesome.
Yeah, we're
So
pumped.
we got the champagne prematurely.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to some more French kisses. No, but that's good for Rent-A-Runway. That's awesome. Also a woman-run company, correct?
Yes, women-owned.
All right, so good for them, good for you all. Congratulations, and on behalf of everyone who's going to be attending, thank you for taking time out of your schedules to be a part of the Unite and Conquer seminar. March 4th, McLean Hilton Tysons Corner. You got to check out the ladies, Dannia and Maha from Moki Media. Bye.